It was a nice midsummer night. Gwen and Brad Matthews and their 3 sons were having a campfire. Everything seemed so normal, but little did they know that was the last time they would ever see their oldest son, Logan, alive.
He was gone the next morning. It was a complete shock.
Sometime overnight, 19-year-old Logan took his own life. It took his family by surprise and took days for the loss to sink in.
I was in shock for the first few days. I didn't cry for like 2 days. My world just changed. He was a sweetheart. He was a really sweet kid.
Logan loved to fish. His mom says he could hook and unhook one by the age of 2, although he didn't like baiting the hook.
Because he felt bad hurting the worm. I mean, he was so cute. He was a good boy.
But a good boy who simply couldn't see his way out of the bad days.
There were just so many things, I think, weighing on his shoulders, and I didn't realize how much he internalized it, because you'd see the happy most of the time. I know it wasn't completely my fault. I know he struggled, but it's hard to not blame yourself as a parent, especially.
Now, Gwen volunteers with a program through the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention called Healing Conversations, helping other parents through the worst moments of their lives.
What do you say to them?
Just take it minute to minute, one foot in front of the other, lean on people that understand.
We work homicides, suicides, fatalities, active shooters, mass casualty, overdoses.
So you respond to all the horrible things.
That's correct.
And Clay Frey has seen all the horrible scenes. As a first responder and head of the Kalamazoo County Sheriff's Office Victim Services Unit, Frey's primary focus is providing comfort and care to survivors, the traumatized family members left behind by suicide.
Typically, we see people on the worst days of their lives. I don't think you ever get used to it because of the tragedy and the wake it leaves behind, especially when it pertains to K-12 students. I've worked far too many of those.
Since the massacre at Columbine High School in 1999, some 160,000 K-12 students have taken their own lives.
So the numbers are rather staggering. Suicide is definitely impacting our country. We've worked some scenes where someone's about to take their life and they're communicating through social media that they're going to take their life, and nobody has a mechanism to say, hey, we know that this is happening.
Frustrated and dismayed, Frey decided to do something about it. He recently invented a reporting tool called Relay 12. It functions somewhat like an Amber Alert for suicidal teens. Anytime a student or staff member thinks someone is thinking about self-harm, they simply log on to Relay 12 and confidentially alert the superintendent, the principal, and social workers.
They go through a couple of clicks and hit submit, and then the report is submitted.
COVID was a game changer, for sure. We saw a lot more mental health issues as a result.
Comstock Public School Superintendent Dr. Jeffrey Tana says he recently subscribed to Relay 12 because he knows immediacy is key in mental health emergencies. And he believes it's already saved at least one life.
We have had a situation already where we had a student in distress, but ended up being handled quickly and effectively through this system. We are immediately notified if there's a concern. There isn't a lag or a delay.
It must make you feel good to be doing something to help after all the trauma you've witnessed.
That's my driver.
And while Gwen Matthews says she doesn't know if Relay 12 would have saved her son, it's her goal to save other parents from the pain of teen suicide and to keep her late son Logan's memory alive.
I don't have a perfect answer. It's so hard. Everybody's so different. I love to hear his name. I love to hear his stories. I love to talk about him.
Do you think we have a mental health crisis in this country?
So bad.
Why?
So bad.
What do you think? Why?
Just not enough counselors. We always said, I love you. I'm sure he feels bad.
You're sure he feels bad?
Yeah. I don't think he knew how much of an impact he had on people's lives. I don't think most people do.